This is Hall Davidson, the director of the California Student Media Festival. You're about to see a 3-minute video on how to do the online judging. It's made by the great Delane Johnson. A couple of things to take note of. One, we changed the rubric slightly. There's a media literacy category. Before, this was called copyrights. This is mainly about copyright and citations, and we know that media literacy is much more than that, but that is part of media literacy, so we're calling attention to that. Also notice students can use artificial intelligence as long as they cite it, and how to cite it is in the copyright guidelines. We also get the question that if there's no citations, is that a 1? Do you get 1? No, if there are no citations, you still give the project a 2. 1 is reserved for when someone takes credit for something that they didn't do. So that's what a 1 is for. The rest of the judging is pretty straightforward. Hopefully that's helpful. The other thing is that we do rely on judges for special award nominations in things like music and animation. Students can't enter in those categories, but if you see something that's really great in animation or humor or costumes or special effects, please make a note of it here. That's the way we pick out projects or special awards. And a project doesn't have to be a finalist or a winner to get an award for music or performance or special effects. Sometimes some things just stand out, even in a project that might not score that well overall. So we rely on you for that. These are the winners from last year, and we have no winners if not for the judging. So thank you very much.
Hello, and thank you for agreeing to judge for the California Student Media Festival. Let's review the judging spreadsheet. When you first open the link that you'll be provided by email, it will open up to the first tab called Judges Start Here. You should be able to find your name in column B, see your corresponding judge ID, and the 2 groups that you'll be assigned to provide feedback on student entries. Let's review what the group spreadsheets look like. Inside of each group are going to be no more than 5 student entries. You should be able to see the link to their project, see the title and the description, as well as additional information. I'd like to point out column H is filled with self-nominations, and you may be asked to provide feedback if the student has self-nominated for an award. Now, where do you find the rubrics? They're available to you in row 1. You can find the link to the rubric in the upper left-hand corner, as well as being linked to any of the judge titles in row 1. In order to view a student project, you will need to find column A and the URL link. You can see as I hover over these links, there will be a pop-up for you to click on. Here's an example of a student project. I can click once on the cell and then click on the link to the student's project. You may also need to scroll left or scroll right in order to find your judging columns. Let's take a look at Judges Start Here. If I want to review the first group that I've been assigned, I can hover over that group or I can click on the cell and I get a pop-up. This will take me immediately to Group 11 and I am Judge B. Here it is. I am Judge 112, I am Judge B, and this is Group 11. I can then type in the white cells to give this student a score. And I also should provide notes on special recognition or nominations, which is in column H, as well as feedback to that student about the project. Here's where scrolling to the left becomes very useful in order to see if the student has nominated themselves for an award. No one in Group 11 this year has self-nomination, so I will need to scroll back to the right, remembering that I am Judge B, in order to complete this column. When I'm ready to score my second group, I'll return to Judges Start Here, and then I can click on the second group. So let's pretend to be this judge. I'm going to hover over and choose that group. Also a Judge B. I may need to scroll left in order to review all of the information such as self-nominations. Please feel free to email Hall Davidson if you have additional questions about scoring student entries. Thanks again for volunteering to support the California Student Media Festival.